I'm over here at work with a couple minutes to kill, waiting for my trailer to get loaded. But look, this just hit me out of nowhere. You heard this here first. This hit me out of nowhere. I don't know why I thought of this. But is the Kenneka Jenkins case connected to Jeffrey Epstein? So I looked it up. I got screenshots and stuff, but I ain't had time to make a whole real video, so I'm just doing this live. But when I looked up is Plaza and Rosemont and Chicago connected to the Epstein files or whatever, and it said it's not directly mentioned in the Epstein files, but that's a place that they frequent, that they would use that chain. So then I looked up who owns Crown Plaza. So the company that owns Crown Plaza chain is a company called IHG Resort. So I looked that up, and they're definitely mentioned in the Epstein files, IHG Resort, and specifically what popped up after that was a Crown Plaza hotel in Richmond, Virginia. But now it's called Omni Point or Omni something. You can look it up. It's not called Crown Plaza no more. It's called Omni something. But it used to be Crown Plaza, and it's in Richmond, Virginia. So that Crown Plaza in particular is connected to a massive trafficking ring that was going on down there, allegedly tied to Jeffrey Epstein and the Epstein files and stuff like that. And like I said, you already know how I feel about the Epstein files. I'm just saying this on a surface level. I'm not one of these people who just accept all the stuff they're saying at face value with these files, even though I'm a quote-unquote conspiracy theorist. Like this really should be a conspiracy theorist's wet dream, these Epstein files. But for me, whenever something seems too perfect or too good to be true, it usually is. So I'm not accepting these Epstein files as face value like what they're saying it is. Whether this stuff really happened or not in these files, the fact that now every day you turn around, they're trying to dump a whole new conspiracy into this Epstein files, onto Jeffrey Epstein. Stuff we've been talking about for years. You know what I'm saying? The Biden mask, what I see earlier, the Simpsons thing. It's like a whole bunch of, if you keep looking, there's so much stuff that we've been talking about for years that they're now all of a sudden trying to dump into these Jeffrey Epstein files so they could bury it all like Jeffrey Epstein was the sole controller and the sole person who was doing all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, this really should be a conspiracy theorist's wet dream that all the stuff is being mentioned. Is like, oh, now it's being verified. But if you ask me, it's a little bit too perfect for me. You know what I'm saying? Just the whole thing. It's a little bit too perfect. So I'm not just accepting it at face value. But yeah, like you heard this here first, man. Because the Crown Plaza, like I said, the Crown Plaza in Richmond, Virginia is connected to it. They had a anonymous tip is what started it off. It was like verified anonymous tip, and they were connected to a whole bunch of trafficking cases down there. But now it's called, like I said, it's called Omni. I don't know if it said Omni Point. I forget what it said. I got the screenshots. It's called Omni something now. It's not called Crown Plaza no more in Richmond. It's called Omni something. But the Crown Plaza and the company that owns Crown Plaza, IHG Resorts, is named heavily. They own is not Crown Plaza. They own like a bunch of different hotels and stuff like that. So they're mentioned in the Epstein files that said they frequented these hotels that are connected to this company. So you got to imagine if this stuff is what they're saying it is, and trafficking was going on heavily as they're saying it was, like they're saying the one in Richmond, Virginia, where Crown Plaza was. If they got that much of an operation going on and it's really that heavy, then you would know that they're tied into these people. That the owners of this resorts and these hotels would definitely be directly connected and tied into this whole organization and network, because to pull stuff like that off and then keep doing it over and over and over for a long period of time, it has to all be a well-oiled machine. You know what I'm saying? They would have like things that are set up to make this be able to keep happening. Fake rooms, false doors, you know what I'm saying? Hiding spots, and just, you know, like everything they would have to do to make sure they can keep making this stuff happen. So yeah, I looked it up. I got screenshots. Like I said, I didn't have time to make a real video, but you heard it here first, man. It popped into my head, and I started looking up this connection to these hotel resorts in the Epstein files. This is one of the resort chains that they was using frequently. You know what I'm saying? So It'd be interesting if that comes out down the line because they dumping every goddamn thing else in these Epstein files, every other conspiracy that's been going on for the past 10, 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Are being dumped into the files. I just seen one earlier. What did it say? It said Jeffrey. Now they uncovered a file inside the files, an email that and from 2016 or whatever it was that said we're getting ready for the pandemic. What's the next step or some shit like that? And then there was a different one I seen about 9/11 that supposedly the Ghislaine Maxwell lady, something about her and the where's the real pilot at it said. So like I said, I don't trust. They're trying to dump every conspiracy that we've been talking about for the past 10, 20 goddamn years. They're trying to dump every single one into these Epstein files. It's just, to me, that's a little bit too perfect for me, man. There's a lot of conspiracy theorists is rejoicing and feeling great about themselves right now because they're like being verified with all the stuff they've been talking about. But for me, I'm still watching this shit closely. I don't trust none of this shit from these people at all. They're going to just sit here and just start telling us all this information. All of a sudden now we're supposed to just accept it like, oh yes, I told y'all it's a conspiracy. Yeah, a lot of this shit is still a conspiracy, all the shit they're talking about. But you're not just going to sit here and put it all on one allegedly dead person. So now it all just dies with him and there's no more questions to be answered. They don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like the story just dies with Jeffrey Epstein because he's dead. So now they don't gotta really, that's like, he's the culprit. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You blame it all on the dead man and then you ain't gotta take the heat for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. You about to get back to work.